Hey everyone, today this video is my first video in about a week or so, and yeah, I just haven't felt like making a video. I haven't really been having a great time over the past week with some stuff that has been happening off the internet, but I'm not going to really go into it. I have ranted on Twitter about it, but yeah, I'm not really going to go into it in a video. And some other stuff that was happening as well. But yeah, then on Friday I got a exciting phone call from Real Radio informing me that I had won the chance to go and see Cardle perform in Sheffield, because he's doing a special like intimate gig in Sheffield on Tuesday, and it was like you could only win tickets, you couldn't like buy the tickets or anything like that. So yeah, I won, and there's a meet and greet beforehand as well, so that should be quite fun, and then drinks, and then we are seated for the little gig, and yeah, that should be really fun. I don't know how many people won tickets. Apparently from Real Radio there was only 3 winners, but I know that you could enter the competition as well on the Star website, I don't know, but yeah, really pleased about that. So that's going to be the 4th time I've met Matt, so that's going to be pretty good. So yeah, I want to ask him a question that's interesting, but I don't know what to ask him, because I don't know. Anybody think of something that I can ask him that's quite interesting? If not, that's okay. So yeah, that's sort of brightened up my week. I just keep trying to think about that to get me through the other stuff. So, thumbs up. Matt Cardle always cheers me up. Hey, anyway, so I went to Parkgate today and got a couple of things. I'll show you the stuff that I got from Sally's first, because I think that that's the really good stuff. I went in to see if they had the new OPI Nicki Minaj collaboration thing, but they didn't. But I saw the China Glaze stand, and there was like a colour that sort of really like stood out to me, and it was this one. As you can see, it's sort of like black and silver glitter. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's called CG in the City. It's so nice. It's gorgeous. I've tried China Glaze nail varnishes before, and they are like just as good as OPI. They smell a little bit stronger, I find, but yeah, they're just as good as OPI, and I think you get the same amount, I believe, as well. I think it's 15ml, and they last just as long as well. So they had an offer on as well where if you bought 2 China Glaze nail varnishes you got a top coat for free, but I'll get onto that in a minute. So that is CG in the City. Beautiful colour, if I can speak. And then I didn't really notice this one at first. I was just looking through all the colours thinking I might just get that one, that's the only one that's like I haven't got a colour that's similar to it. And then I just picked this one up and held it into the light, and at first it just looks like it's like a black nail varnish, but until you hold it into the light you won't see like what it is. You're probably not even going to see it on the camera, but it's like, it's got, I don't know, it's like an amber, orange, green duochrome to it, but it is very subtle. I don't know if you can see it, or if that's just my light that you can see. But yeah, this one is called Midtown Magic, and I haven't got a colour that is even anywhere near similar to this. It's so pretty. Can't wait to try that out. Looks gorgeous. And another good thing about China Glaze is they are a lot cheaper than OPI. Like in Sally's, I think OPIs are like at least £10. These are £6 something. So, you know, for pretty much the price of one you can get 2. And at the minute there's an offer on where you get a top coat for free if you buy 2. They didn't have the top coat that you're supposed to get free with it in stock, so the girl just gave me this one instead, which was, I think it's more expensive. It's the patent leather top coat, I don't know what the difference is between this one and the other one, but it's an extreme high gloss top coat. Gives nails an extreme high gloss shine as well as enhanced protection against chipping. So that's a good freebie I'm always on the lookout for. And that's the thing, I tend to buy quite cheap top coats, and I don't think that really helps when I buy like sort of a little bit more expensive nail varnishes. I tend to buy like cheap top coats, and so they do end up chipping, whereas this is quite like a sort of high-end-ish sort of top coat, so I'm hoping that this is going to make a difference. So it's a freebie. And then I paid for those, and then I walked around the rest of the store, and I noticed that they had like a little sale section. They had like Hello Kitty hair dryers and straighteners and stuff, but didn't get any because I don't really need them. But I did notice that they had a couple of China Glaze nail varnishes that were in the sale. They had like a green one that I think was £1 or something, but I'm not a fan of. It was forest green, and I'm not a fan of forest green nail varnishes at all, so it wasn't for me. There was another couple that was like an amber colour. There was a lime green colour that's very similar to the Shrek one that I got from OPI. But then I saw this one. Now this one isn't like anything that I've got, and it is so pretty. And it says on it £3.14, but it was actually £2.50. And it is called Papaya Punch. I love that name. But this, look at the colour. It's not yellow, it's not orange, it's like the perfect mix in between the two. It's so bright and gorgeous. I absolutely love this. If this had been in the display, I would have picked this one up anyway. But yeah, love that. I'm thinking of putting this on and then putting that over the top, so it's a little bit of a, maybe a leopard print it'll look like. I don't know. We'll see. I'll play about with those tonight and see what I come up with. And then I went into Boots and had a look at the new thing that is like, it's just confused me of how it can work. It's the Maybelline Dream Nude Air Foam Foundation. I saw the advert for it the other day, and I was just like mesmerised with it, like, how is that gonna work? So I went into Boots and saw that it was £8.99, but I thought I'd check in Superdrug to see if they had any cheaper, and they did. It was £2 cheaper in Superdrug, so it was £6.99. I don't think that's a bad price for a foundation, and I just wanted to really test it out, and I'll try and do a review on this for you because I tested a little bit on my hand and it felt really nice. It felt very odd when you first like put it on your hand, and until you rubbed it in, it felt really, really strange. But yeah, it seemed to give a light coverage, and as my skin is sort of getting a little bit better, I'm finding that I don't need the strongest, like heaviest coverage foundation in the world. So I'm thinking that this might be quite nice for the summer, because it says that it's the lightest foundation that Maybelline have done. And also in Superdrug, I think that they have a shade that Boots doesn't have. I think in Boots the lightest shade that you can get is Ivory, and which is 10, the number 10. This one is 05, which is light beige. So this one is lighter, and I tried it on my hand, and it looks like this one is actually going to be a good suit for me, because I wasn't going to buy it because I tested out the Ivory one on my hand in Boots, and it was a little bit dark, so I was like, there's no point in me getting it if it's going to be too dark for me. But then I went into Superdrug and saw this one that was lighter. I thought I would give this one a go. So yeah, can't wait to try this out. It's going to be a funny experience, I believe. And also, you might have seen advertised on the TV the new Beautiful Skin range by No. 7 in Boots. and it sort of intrigued me because it's like it makes your skin act like normal skin if you've got like oily or combination skin. And they are doing these little sets, which I think is quite a good idea. So you can try it out before you buy it properly. So I've got my new skincare routine, which is like the Garnier Fresh Essentials, I think it is. And then this is like a day cream and a night cream as well. And then that is a cleansing water. So there's 3 different sorts. There's this one which is for normal oily skin, which I think is more close to what mine is. And then there is normal dry, and then there is very oily or something like that. Oily to very oily or something like that. No, dry to very dry. That's what the other one is. But yeah, these little starter kits are £5. I had that on my Boots card, so I thought, you know, there you go, it's free. And it looks quite interesting. It's non-pore blocking, so yeah, that should be quite interesting to use. Looking forward to that. And that is everything I got. I am trying to cut back a little bit on the spending that's this month. I haven't spent as much there as I would usually, I know that for a fact. I am starting to get a little bit better. I am like, the other day I was at work and I like went into Boots and fully intended to buy quite a few things, and then I found that I ended up with like 3 different foundations in my basket, and I was like, I don't need 3 different foundations just because they're new. So I put them back and left the shop without buying anything, so I was quite proud of that. Did end up going back for this one because it intrigued me quite a lot, but the other 2 might try them one day. But one of them was the Rimmel Wake Me Up foundation that looked quite interesting, and the other one was the new, what's it called, 17 foundation. But yeah, I'll try them out if and when I need a new foundation, but for now I have enough foundations. We're always on like the search for the perfect whatever, the perfect foundation, the perfect eyeshadow, whatever, but nothing is ever perfect, so you always end up wanting the next thing to try to see if it's, you know what I mean. That's what I'm like, and I'm gonna try and stop doing that because yeah, it's pointless because nothing's perfect. I'm gonna stop rambling now because I've talked rubbish about not very much for 13 minutes. So I'm gonna go now and upload this, and yeah, I'll see you all soon. Adios.